100% オレンジジュース
Hey guys, it's Pixl Plume and welcome back to 100% Orange Juice. We have not touched this game in a hot minute. Can I just say, it has been a long time coming, and look at that. Since we've been away, a lot of stuff has changed. We are now in version 1.14, Scrambled Eve. Oh my god. It's been such a... I don't even remember the last time we played. I didn't even do videos for new characters that has come out. But recently, a new DLC has come out for the game. Not the characters, but no. Rather, the new cards. The Acceleration Pack, and I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely looking forward to a lot of the changes which is coming to the game itself. So I figured, it'd be a good time to just do a bit of a discussion. Just gonna do... I'm not actually gonna be playing a board today. Look at that. First things first, actually. Before we even start... The Halloween event is going on until November 14th, rather. You can buy all these lovely costumes for characters, 20 candies each. And if you play online, you get more candies, so get your friends, get as much people as you want to get into the hype and play. I got most of them. I'm missing only 10 costumes right now. I'm getting very close to getting all the things. Also, look at this, sweet dice. Dice are now included in the game. You can change them. Before they had them, but now they have more. You can actually pick them individually. And if you were here last year, you remember the pumpkins, not here on this channel, rather, playing the OJ games. These pumpkins are now separable. You can wear like the colors separate and everything. Look at that, it's fantastic. You can like make more color combinations. Fruit bat. If you're watching this, make sure next time to separate this and this. I want to have these sunglasses on everything. Everybody gets sunglasses. Everybody can get a top hat. Even though it's a poorly shaded top hat. Regardless, I'm getting a bit off track here. As I was saying, the acceleration pack. That is what the DLC has come out with. It's only about $2. Right off the bat, I highly recommend it. You guys should get it. But I'm gonna take a look at these cards because you know what? We have yet to take a look at these cards. First things first here, one of the newest cards. So you can notice it at the bottom right of the cards. There's a little planet on there that indicates that's part of the new expansion pack. This is completion reward. It's a level 1 boost card. Doesn't cost anything. And you gain 7 stars for every traps that you set and someone has stepped on. Now, this card is fairly basic, fairly simple. I don't expect a lot of people to be playing this. It's more a niche card, similar to Nice Jingle. You can play it anytime. You can actually only put 1 in your deck, maximum 1. So I do recommend this particular card, completion reward, for characters. Right off the bat, I would say Krilla stands out of mind, which her hyper card lays 3 to 5 random trap cards. So this could definitely boost you up. I also recommend Aru. This is generally... I think that this expansion pack really does help Aru a lot more than any other character, I will say. I'll get into more details of why I think that is, but Aru, she loves playing traps. She can play like flamethrowers. She can use Tragedy Dead at Night. There's other trap cards that they add to this game, which I'll cover later, that also work in great synergy with this completion reward. Plus, it's a nice little bonus to get you going through the game fairly quickly throughout the game, stuff like that. I also do recommend using like mob characters for this particular card, completion reward, like the weaker monsters, because like they take advantage of cards like Exchange, which I love throwing into decks, or like simple basic trap cards like For the Future, the Toy Store. Even these Dangerous Puddings, if you're playing Dangerous QP and you have to get rid of them, I don't recommend it. Throw Dangerous Pudding and Completion Reward. Why not? Why not? Just mix it up. It's not a game-changing card, but it's definitely a nice card that they added to this. So, Completion Reward, that's card number 1, which they added into the game. Number 2, another boost card. This is actually another common card. Gentleman's Battle. This comes from the Flying Red Barrel. This is one of the main antagonists to that game. And he's looking awfully surly, He's handing you a glove, and there's a newspaper in the back, I guess. But, choose a player with full health and battle them. Your turn ends after this battle. So right off the bat, I think of right away. Which card do I think of? I can't find it. The Assault card, if I can find it. This card. This one, to me, feels very similar to this particular card, level 3. This one's slightly cheaper. It's all about engaging in battle between these two. And they're both from expansion packs, so there you go. This one, if you're in the same space, I don't find myself particularly having the best setup for this. This card, Ambush, is really hard to set up for me, and I don't like using it. This one, on the other hand, has great potential, because if you are looking for kills, like Starbreaker over here, you're gonna need as much help as you can to get kills with this lady. Yuki, you know, she's very strong, +2 attack. Any character with +2 attack, I have to say, this is a very potent card for Tomomo as well. That's what I can think of right off the bat. So Gentleman's Battle, definitely a nice stable card to have in there. It also works if you are full on battle assaulting ambush. Where is this card? This and this, they work really well together, I feel. So note that you can only attack if the opponent has full health. So keep that in mind. If you want to chip away at opponents that are kind of a pest, this is a great way to do that. That's a great way to do that. Not a particular favorite. Still, I'm not a very battle-heavy player, as a lot of people know. But I like to throw that in and have a little bit of fun. Next one, oh my god. I love this freaking card. Accel Hyper. This is level 4, costs 30 stars. It's a battle card. You can only put one in the deck, but you roll double dice. Can I just say, that's disgusting. That is absolutely a disgusting card to have. If you're Saguri especially. Because combine Accelerator with Accel Hyper, you can roll 4 dice for 1 attack. That's disgusting. And any character in general can just benefit from this. Like Sora. Sora's on the arts. Not this picture. This Sora kind of works. You roll 5. You roll double 5s. With the regular Sora, you roll double 6. That's, oh my god. So much potential. Even characters that are particularly like weaker could take advantage of this card. But again, because it's such an expensive card, always recommend President's Privilege. They did nerf this card back again, so I don't recommend this card as much since it only works for 1 chapter. Again, it used to work only for 2, but now it's only 1 again. And also, shoutouts to that being cross-gender Hime. I had no idea who that was on the card, but that's actually Hime as a male. Now I know. I did not realize that before, but distractions aside, yeah, I love this card. Throw this in. It'll just be massive destruction, I feel. Although it's all RNG based, so you might not get as lucky with this card. Just keep that in mind. Regardless, mouse, please work. The next card, oh my god, this is probably my favorite card that they added here. Extension. Play 1 randomly chosen battle card, including hyper cards, for no additional cost. This can be any single battle card. Every card, see all these battle cards, see them right here. They are the ones that you can also get, but also hyper cards. So there are a lot of characters with battle hyper cards, like not Popo, like Pete, that's a battle hyper card. Sierra, that's a battle hyper card. Imagine pulling up a Beyond Hell. Okay, that's wild. That's freaking wild. I would absolutely love that. I get self-destruct a lot. This one's a fun troll card. You don't get the +1 attack bonus if you die, but still, it's a great troll card. And really, this is Metronome. This is Metronome of Pokemon. If you know that, this is exactly that card. Whether it works out or not, I don't know. But, you know, honestly, having a battle card anytime is certainly helpful. Even if you do end up getting, like, a dumb final battle or something like that, you know. And also, if you have only 1 HP, you can use this card. You don't die from using extension and then this. So that's nice. That's nice. I like that they added that. So this is definitely a card I do recommend putting in a deck, at least 1. If you're prepared to fight, I will say. I really love that card. Let's see. Next up, we have Quick's Restoration. All damage taken during the battle will be healed after the battle. Effect is canceled if the player is KO'd. Now, it's interesting they have Saguri on this card, because I don't recommend Saguri with this card. I recommend higher HP characters. Like, for example, both the Popos, 7 HP, and Flying Castle, well, 10 HP. And with that abysmal defense, this could definitely be a stable card. You could throw 3 of these in, and you'll be just fine if you're playing a castle. I do recommend that. And speaking of which, all these characters, boss, you know, every single one of these monster cards, they are getting hypers coming up. So, looking forward to that update. I'll definitely cover them as best as I can. Hopefully sooner than I actually cover the breakers, which I have yet to do. I do apologize for that. I do want to get to it. It's just that rendering them takes forever compared to Pokemon. So, yeah. I will say, though, this is generally a card that a lot of characters can benefit. If you have low defense, I don't necessarily recommend it with low HP. That combination does not work too well. Like, defensive characters, I think even like Kai or QP, honestly, these cards could work quite well with them. Because they're fairly balanced. So to be able to benefit from this enough if you get like hit by a hard card, it's like you're back up. keep going. You know, so I definitely recommend this for QP. It also synergizes well with our hyper mode card. QP is all about staying alive. So there you go. Food for thoughts. So we're done with the battle cards. So we got 2 boost cards, 2 battle cards. There's 12 cards in general with this. Next, they added quite a few traps, I want to say. No, not... They added 2 traps. I feel like they added more, but I guess you see them a lot common. So the next one, we have Brutal Prank. Discard all hyper cards in your hand if you land on this. It's level 3. You lose 10 stars and heal 1 HP for each discarded card. Oh, ooh, okay. Well, this one's just kind of a mean card in general. So, you love hyper cards. QP loves her hyper cards. You don't want to lose that. Who do I recommend this? Well, obviously characters with bad hypers. For example, I would say Tomomo would benefit greatly because this hyper not very good. Yuki, she's on the card. Not very good of a hyper. It works, but not the best. And you can definitely not get screwed as much compared to other characters if you land on a Brutal Prank. Like, if you're a Pete, for example, oh my god, that would suck. That would suck if you lost your hyper. Mary Popo, oh my god, get out of here. No more Ubiquitous in your hand, you're screwed. I'm just saying, this card, I probably won't use it as much just because I don't like pranking. I love hypers. Hypers make the game exciting, and getting rid of the hypers, whether it's your opponents or not, it's a travesty to me. But regardless, this is a fun one to throw in if you want to just... I recommend at most running 1. I don't recommend running 3 of these. I just don't see it being that feasible because there are other cards that do a better job than Brutal Prank, like Flamethrower, for instance. That destroys every card in their hand, so no matter what, they're screwed or they die. So yeah, that's food for thought. Food for thoughts. And next, I really love this card, coming up card. This trap card, Present Thief, steals all the cards from the first player to step in this trap. Gives all the stolen cards to the second player to step in this trap. So basically, you're dumping your cards, your entire hand gone. And if someone lands on that card again, because the trap will still be on the board until that second time. And you get all those cards for free. This is definitely a great card, once again, for Aru, surprisingly. You know, you love your cards, but if your opponent lands on this, you can definitely use Present for you and get a nice chunk of change from that. So there you go. Definitely something to keep in mind. Also, again, weaker characters like Chicken is a great way to pick up hypers. If you have a crappy hyper and you want to definitely screw over someone with a good hyper, lay on their base. Lay on their base and get, like, good potential. Because, you know what? Having Extraordinary Specs, for example, that would be amazing. Or someone's Delta Field. Sham. I want that Delta Field. I want it for myself. And only for myself. So, keep that in mind. Present Trap. And honestly, this... As much as we are Waruda, I don't use this card a lot, but this and this synergizes well. This synergizes well because like, you put it on someone's base, they land on it, they can actually go back around to pick it up. But no, if you throw a We Are Waruda in, that screws them over because they can't get it as easily. Oh man, that's great synergy as far as that goes. Again, if you have any suggestions as to which of these new cards could combo well, put them down in the comments. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it, guys. Because I love discussing OG. I could go on for hours, and this is already take like 13 minutes. I've only gotten over like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. We're not bad. I'm not bad on time. So that's all for the trap cards. Let's see what is next. Okay. So next one we have event cards. Really? Okay. So we have Play of the Gods over here. This is a level 1 card. Costs 10 stars. And look at how cute Saki and QP are on there. Oh my god. Regardless, play 1 random event card, including hypercards, for any player's hand or the deck. No additional costs. Okay, so you have to keep in mind, event cards, whether they be hypers or not. So let's see, as far as event cards, does this count? Yes, this counts as an event card. You can play like, Melting Memories, for example, or you can play like Star Breakers. You can lay your own bombs. This is all very random, but it really is luck-based because you're really trying to figure out which event cards you throw in there. So you can throw an expensive one like Sealed Guardian. You'll never play it. It's like 50 stars. You can play it turn 1, potentially, and screw it over and get them to 1 HP right off the bat. You have to keep in mind, these are cards that are in the deck. So, yeah. So you can get like a little war. They won't work with event cards that are not in the current game. So keep that in mind. And as far as hyper cards, in the deck, they're blank cards, so you won't be getting a hyper card that easily, but it synergizes well with this next card that we have over here. Scrambled Eve, I love this card. I love it. This card can screw people over so well. It grows great with Aru. It's level 3, costs only 5 stars. All players return their hands to the deck, and the deck is shuffled. Players get 5 cards for each returned card. I thought this was free at first. Maybe they added a cost. I don't know. But look at how cute Aru is on there. Shoutouts to Aru. Just a great character in general. But yeah, this throws all your cards back in. It doesn't change anything. All the hypers will stay intact, so you could potentially draw someone else's hyper. And that's why I say it synergizes well with this card. If you have someone's hyper thrown back into the deck, this could potentially take that hyper out of the deck and play it right off the bat for only 10 stars. So yeah, these cards work really well hand in hand together. I would recommend using both these cards together. Plus, I love the idea of randomness in OJ. That it's a random enough game. Why not screw around with it a little bit and have a little bit of fun with these cards? I definitely love the idea. I think these cards are some of the strongest cards they've added to the game. As well as these cards. Like 5 of these cards I recommend right off the bat. They're great. The next few cards, we still got 3 more to go. So moving right along, this is Star Blasting Light. All trap cards on the field are discarded. Trap players take 1 damage for each discarded card. This is a great counter card against characters like Starbreaker, characters like Krilla, characters like Saki, any trap players. You could screw them over with this, and it's great. It's like a Harpy's Feather Duster from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a weird transaction to make, but this is such an expensive card. Again, this synergizes well with this Play on the Gods card, I will say, because that's an expensive cost. This also goes well with President's Privilege, making it only cost 10 stars. It's great. I probably won't use this as much because traps aren't a big concern to me, which they probably should, since they do change the game quite a bit if you do land on them, depending on which trap card you land on. You get screwed over by like trap cards such as Sky Restaurant Pierce. I've been using this card more often because really, if you're an offensive character, who cares what stars you have as long as you're killing people? This card's just nasty. It's evil. This card's just as evil as well. You lose half your stars. Any of these half your stars, ugh, disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But there you go, Star Blasting Lights. And now we have a new type of card, which we're gonna introduce. We have the gift type of cards. It's a new one that I think that the Boss Manager is gonna have a gift type of card, because Boss Manager, as you guys know, this guy can't play cards. He can only play gift type cards now. They have to actually add that in the description. Look at how big that text box is. Shoutouts to that. I feel like someone else has a bigger text box. Maybe Alt. I'm getting sidetracked here, but yeah, these text boxes are getting bigger and bigger by the day as they add more rules. Because but honestly, you know, it's fun. I like that they add more cards. More card types, go right ahead. And look at that beautiful purple background. I love it. So this one, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm not the type of player to screw other players like this. So you lose 1 star times your level. So 1 to 5 stars every turn, as long as you hold it. And if you use this card, you can actually send it to another player by random. And they lose stars, accordingly. But you have to pay a certain cost. So 5 times your level, you have to pay to send to a player. Now, again, this card could work potentially well, especially if you're trying to screw somebody over. But it's a very passive effect. It doesn't have that much of an impact, but you don't gain as much stars. So it's not necessarily screwing. I do like that they limit it to 1. So it's not as evil and scary. But, like, it's not as strong of a card, I will say. It's certainly intimidating on paper, but when you're playing it, it's really not a big deal. If you have 4 cards, you just throw it away. I like to compare this to, you know, those chain letters you get in the mail? It's like, oh my god, why did someone send me this? It's stupid. You just throw it out. That's it. So this really doesn't do much for me. That's my Pixl strategy. I don't like to send this to other people. So just throw it in the trash, and they'll come back later. And that's it. But if you are willing to use this, then again, offensive characters that don't require a lot of stars, like Mark, go for it. Now my favorite. This one, on the other hand, Windy Enchantment with the Barefoot Alicia Ronei. I hope she gets her own game soon. I want to play that. I want to use her. Look at how cute she is. So it adds +1 movement to your dice roll. All these gifts are level 1, by the way, right off the bat. So you can use them as soon as you get them. You cannot level up if you're holding this card, essentially is what it says. Now, at first glance, look, that sucks. That sucks. But moving more, I always approve of because I like to move fast and furious in this game. This card was just made just for me. And, you know, the restriction of not being able to level, that's great because you don't want to hold this card in your hand all the time. It's just like, oh my god, really? That sucks. But, plus you get a cool moving animation when you're using this. So you can only play one, not surprisingly. It's a pretty good card, I gotta say. Considering it's no cost at all, and you can just get rid of it anytime you want. And I really do like this card. It synergizes, like, any character can benefit from this. That's my favorite part of this. Like, no character wouldn't want to use this, unless it's not to your particular liking. Just make sure to throw it out when you think you're ready to level. When you think you're ready to level, because RNG particularly lands you on a base, it's like, oh dang it, I have this card in my hand, and I can't use it. I can't level up because I have this card in my hand. So be mindful. Pay attention to what you're doing when you have this card in your deck. So I gotta say, 6 of the 12 cards, 50% ratio I would use. And I think that's a really good ratio, I gotta say, for new cards. I would definitely use Play of the Gods. I would definitely use Scrambled Eve. Present Thief, I'll probably throw in there occasionally. Quick Restoration, this one's a good card. I like that. Extension, I love this card. Accel Hyper, I love this card. And Windy Enchantment, I like this card too. So, there you go. Weakest cards, I gotta say, Unlucky Charm. It doesn't have the impact that I want from it, so I'll probably give that a thumbs down. Not particular favorite. Starbreaking Light. It seems really expensive. Like, that's a high cost for that card. I don't know. It's a bit much. It's great against Mind Layer if you don't like those particular cards. Again, to me it seems very situational. I wouldn't recommend this card too much. If you can make it work, let me know in the comments. I would love, you know, I just want to learn more about this game. There's so much to learn about this game, really. When you play more and more, you get better at it. And I've clocked in over 400 hours, so I still have a lot more to learn, honestly. And I love to hear from you guys. I really do. Brutal Prank, not my favorite. Let's see. What else have we got over here? I gotta say, all these battle cards, money. They did a solid job with these battle cards, I gotta say. And the 2 boost cards, I'd rather use other cards than these particular 2. Like Pudding. Pudding is always fun. You know, getting your health back. That's great. But I think that's about enough for today's episode. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Let me know which cards are your favorite, like, other ideas. Just in general, what are you excited for the OJ coming up? There are gonna be more cards. More events that got planned. Make sure to get your Halloween costumes. I don't have all of them yet. Like, I don't have Marks. I have Seguris. Look at that. Look at how. And also let me know which costume's your favorite. If you've been playing OJ, oh my god, I love this hat. Like the color combinations, you can mix and match. They look great. They look stunning, actually. If you can come up with like great costumes, just, you know, just think about it. Think about what you guys want to wear in the game, because accessorizing is the best. But this has been Pixl Plume. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.